listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. It's Saturday in the UK. It is July 9th, 2022. How the heck are you? Good. Right smack dab in the middle of the weekend. I think I gotta change. This is the most awkward collar they make. Yeah, we're in the middle of the weekend right now. It's Saturday. Enjoy it. Stay up late. Have a few extra cocktails or a few other joints. Hey, I re-upped. I got re-upped and we are good to go. I am very, very happy. That has to be some of the best stuff I've had in a year. And we're going to try it out right now. So, somebody sent me this link to Brookhaven School, or the Brookhaven UFO incident, and I want to talk about that tonight. How that slipped under the radar in ufology lately with the Ariel and all the other stuff we're talking about with kids and whatnot. How did this one fly under the radar? Well, it isn't any longer, because there's 14 students that saw the same thing. It's amazing. We'll go over it. We'll talk about it. We'll shoot the breeze, have a little powwow. You know what I mean? Maybe have one of you or two of you or all of you dropping in. It was 1977. I was 9. Star Wars came out. Close Encounters came out. But after this incident, this happened in February. I believe it was 4th. 77. I can't remember exactly. I think it's around that time. But anyway, it was before those movies came out. And Jaws, I don't know, when did Jaws come out? 76, 77? It was a good year that year for movies. But anyway, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that. And we've got a hole to dig out of. Roll call, everybody. Shell Shock's here. What's up, Shell? Rochelle. A woman's journey from Milan to Minsk. Remember? I don't know if you remember. Seinfeld. Welcome to the show, Shell. Carlin! Welcome to the show. How you doing, kid? Shut it. I'm messing with you. David Gosling, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I was just thinking. I saw this and I thought it said Raiders of the Lost Ark. What's up, John Raider Nation Snake? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Welcome to this show. Derek Faulkner's here from the Falkland Islands. Every time I see your last name, I think the Falkland Islands. What can I say? I'm a Falcon idiot. Welcome to the show. Shane Reed's here. What's up? What's up? You know what Reed rhymes with? Yeah. Weed. I know, I just thought of it. Mike Johnson, welcome to the show. How you doing? Johnson & Johnson, so nice. Hey, Tony, introvert. What is up, T.I.? I like T.I., that's good. Moody Mongols here. Welcome to the show. The Urban Way. Not the city way. What do they call it? Rural and city, right? City, rural. Scorpius is here. What's up, Scorpius? Welcome to the show. Rebecca. Oh, I already said it. Hi. I'll say it again. Welcome to the show. Den Bub's here. Welcome to the show. The Bub. Don't take the D out of Den Bub, because then you just gotta N-Bub. N-Bub. Holy crap. I didn't realize I had it on the wrong thing. Classic beauty is what we need. Is what we got here. Wait. That's Lisa. Wait, who's the other? Is that your daughter? Yeah, that's your sister. Such a great picture. I was just thinking about you too, like an hour ago. I'm like, I haven't seen Lisa all week. Not that I was about to message you and I didn't. I had to get the show ready. Now you know. Now everybody knows. Samantha Morris, the cat, is here. I know, I won't keep that up forever. Welcome to the show. Born to Fly. Great name, by the way. Great name. I wish I took it. Welcome to the show. Brian L. is here. It's Saturday. We do the whole gamut of names on Saturday because it's the UK. I don't know. Welcome to the show. Is that everybody? All right. I just wanted to get... I'm looking at... Is her hair... Oh, wow. It's like Princess Leia times 10. Gigi Abby Lynn's here, everybody. Give a standing ovation. Stephen A. is here. Welcome to the show. All right, now we're done. I'm going to get your palates wet. Just a little bit. And I have to do some damage control. But I don't know if I should. Because nobody noticed. Just me. So maybe I won't say anything until somebody notices. And I can't tell you because then you'll know and then I'll have no choice. And I don't want to talk about it. So maybe I won't. That's what I'm going to do. I just made up my mind. You just heard the thought process of a one-celled brain. Stu Gerson, first super chat of the day. That's how you do it. That's $1 super dono. There's no sticker, no comment. It's a super dono. And those are great. Thank you, Stu Gerson, with a $1 super dono. Pure love adrenaline. Hey, good. That felt good. Mucho gusto, generoso. Grazie. And a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Did somebody just become a member? Melinda Pavlev. Hey, I can't put it up on the screen. It won't let me. Wait. Oh, here it is. It won't. Oh, there it is. All right. And Melinda, thank you very much. Although, is that the universe I'm looking at, or fish or butterflies? I can't tell, but thank you so much for becoming a GoofOn member. Appreciate that. That's cool. That's cool. Event Horizon made it. Thank you. Welcome to the show. We were waiting. There we go. Jennifer Siami. Welcome to the show. Alfie Joe Bob. Welcome to the show. All right, I know we've got a lot to talk about. So let me pull up a video. I want to just get your mind ready for this. This is from, somebody sent this to me, and this is from Eyes on Cinema at Real EOC, not AOC. And this one is called School Kids on Witnessing a Landed UFO at Their School in Broadhaven, Wales, 1977. I am telling you, it's not better than Ariel, but I'm going to say it is the same exact excitement you'll feel. If you haven't heard of this, why does my mother do this to me? She has a special tone.
Philip here was trying to find a way over the stream, and I was looking at the bushes up the top of the trees, and then suddenly this silver cigar-shaped object seemed to pop up from behind the bushes and trying to take off. Then it disappeared again.
Well, I saw the spaceship. I didn't see the man. The spaceship, it looked a cigar shape with a dome on it. And it had a yellowy, orange to red light on the top of it.
How clearly did you see it?
Well, I couldn't see its face.
So there you go. These kids, I can't play it all because, but this kid right here, he's the smart kid of the group. You could tell. Watch. And I think this kid was coached.
It wasn't perhaps just a helicopter or an aircraft from the airfield near here?
A helicopter could land there, but that's private property over there. And if they landed there, they could be prosecuted.
Now, I don't know what 10-year-old would know about the laws on trespassing. Well, I think that kid's 11. Sorry. Anyway, getting your palate wet for a future conversation we're going to have in about 30 minutes or so, but maybe 30 seconds. We'll see how this goes. But I find it interesting. And the reports that were in the area, there was something going on. There were reports around that area, and people were seeing UFOs. It's pretty wild. But there we go again, children drawing what they saw. You saw it in the thumbnail I posted. Ralph Llewellyn was the headmaster and all that. It was pretty cool. I want to show you. Yeah, check this out. Your mother's got 19 eyeballs. I did it again. I hate. I don't hate. Look at that. It's Kathmandu. He's even got a little saxophone back here or something. I don't know if that's it looks like an air pump. Maybe they got a flat tire and landed. I don't know. But this one said he saw a cigar-shaped craft. That was the kid. There's another one. They had pointed ears, by the way. Yeah, some of them had pointed ears. Look at that. It just makes you think, like, why? They all have that red light on top. See, that's military. Anytime there's a red light anywhere, it's government or military. Well, same thing, I know. I'm joking. I don't know. It's like, why would there be a light on the top of it? And that's in 77. That's dirty years after Roswell. Look at this one. They all saw something similar, but a little different. How could they all be that off? I mean, it's generally, they all put the red light on top and the windows that went around pretty much. But like, why would some people see it walnut shaped and then some see it flat? How do they, it's the same thing with the Ariel school kids. They all saw the same thing and they all drew it slightly different. But that is the way it is with everything in life. It's their perspective, where they were standing, how excited they were. Were they exaggerating? Did they lie? Or did they overhear what somebody else said and added it to their story? You know what I mean? It's when you're talking about children, 10, 11, yeah, they're impressionable, but I remember being 10. I remember being pretty independent on my thoughts, and anytime somebody would try to, nudge me in their direction, I would still say what I saw or believed. Kind of wild, though. It's an interesting case. 1977, by the way. When did Ariel happen? 76? 66, was it? I don't remember. I don't remember. Wait a minute. Okay, see, this isn't fair. This isn't fair what's happening right at this moment. Let's see how. No, it's not fair. I don't understand what happened. Something's wrong with my computer. And I don't know why. I save stuff, I send stuff to my other email. Like if somebody sends me something, I'll send it to an email so I have the link. And it's a different email. It's just for the show. And I send it, all the show goes in there. And I know I did it because I checked and it's not there. So now, yeah, and some of you have offered your help with things like this and asked if you could help me organize and get the show ready. And hey, look, I appreciate it, I do. But if I don't do it myself, I will get lazy. And I don't want to be that guy. So let me pull up the video here. I know I have it. Here it is. Didn't take that long. This is from a channel called UNSOLVABLE. I wasn't even going to talk about this right now, but I guess I'm in it, so I might as well just finish it. And this guy goes over the story. We'll listen to it. I've watched the video already, but it's amazing. Because they're children, people are skeptical. But why is it those same kids, when they're 10, then let's say they have a sighting when they're 30, we want to believe them? Because we think 30-year-olds are going to be more mature, right? The older you get, the more mature you should be. But people are people. I feel I'm the same asshole I was when I was 10. I don't know. It depends on your upbringing. I don't know. Seriously. But this is a really interesting take on it because this is from the area this guy lives in or close to it. He did some digging around. I will show you some things and I will play some things. So it's here on the southwest portion. I believe that's Wales, right?
Coast of Wales.
Thank you. So it is, and that's where it happened. And these are the kids that report. Now, this kid here is really scaring the shit out of me because he's nowhere else to be found. And he's number 15. There's 14 of them. But here there's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Mystery dude. He's not holding up a picture. But everybody else is. Is this a photo bomb? This kid's photo bombing. I want to be in the picture. But you didn't see it. I did see it, but you didn't draw it. I don't know how. All right, just put the kid over here. I don't know who that kid is. I didn't see him in any other videos.
After a series of UFO sightings in the area and around its coast. It became a prime spot in the UK for UFO sightings and soon became known as the Welsh Triangle.
So, the Welsh Triangle. Hold on. I'm seeing this here. Oh, David Gosling? You're a member now for 2 months. Says, Richie, you pro bowler, you missed I bought 5 channel memberships at random for your viewers, including Gigi. Love to all. Oh, well, thank you for doing that, but I think you did say that. Wasn't it last week? Right? Yeah, we talked about it. I think that was you. I don't know anyone else who did that. Totally cool, man. Yeah, thank you. Now you're a member for 2 months. Thank you, Mr. Gosling. Seriously, dude. That's really generous of you, and I hope other people follow suit. Just buy 5 for everybody you know. That's it. That's all. I'm kidding. Thank you very much. Super generous, though. This love triangle, the Welsh triangle, I can't believe it. Why did I say love triangle? The Welsh Triangle by Peter Paget, or is it Paget? Is it PJ? Thinks there's a triangle of mysteriousness in this area, which does include the Wales area, pardon me. So, all right, I just want to say this really quick, and it had nothing to do with anything but facts. Fact. The Bermuda Triangle doesn't have any more planes, boats, or strange disappearances of any other body of water. They have just as many as you choose it. There's nothing really mysterious going on there. Yeah, things happen, rogue waves, and maybe some strangeness here and there, but no more or no less than any other place around the world with the same amount of body of water. The Black Sea, the Pacific Ocean, the Mediterranean Sea, the Indian Ocean, the Red Sea, all that shit, they've got tons of disappearances all over. Even Lake Michigan and Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, the Great Lakes. There's nothing special. I promise. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's nothing special. That's why I want to get in a boat and float to the Bermuda Triangle sometime. Because here in Florida, you don't need a captain's license to rent a boat. So I want to do that. I want to go out there to the Bermuda Triangle and ask for it. God, I hope it happens. I hope it really happens.
In Baldhaven throughout the 1970s. The main focus of this video will be the incident that took place on February 4th, 1977.
It is February 4th, I was right. Alright.
Pools at Baldhaven Primary School reported seeing a UFO and a spaceman in the field near their playground. Who was 10 years old at the time, overheard the commotion and decided to investigate the matter himself.
Didn't go back into class after recess because he didn't get to see what was going on but heard the commotion. So what this kid did at the time was not go back to class and hid, and then went to the area where everybody was, clamoring around trying to see what was over there, and he saw the UFO take off. But before it did, it whistled at him. It went, and he went, "What?" And it went, and then it took off. His words, not mine. All right, they're my words. Listen to what he said, though. It's pretty cool.
Upon hearing the school bell ring, signalling the end of lunch break,
whatever,
he ducked away to avoid being made to go to class and went in search for the spacecraft.
I gotta take a hit.
Speaking in an interview decades later, he said, "I was a natural born skeptic, so after the bell rang, I decided to go to the area that the children said they had seen it."
Who here believes that this kid was sneaking around because of the UFO? You know what he was doing.
He went on to describe how he saw a silver, cigar-shaped aircraft with a dome covering the middle third. My sighting only lasted a couple of seconds, he said. It popped up and then went back behind a tree. I did not feel afraid, more in awe and wonderment. What the children had drawn was essentially the same thing.
It's pretty cool. It is, and when they did this interview with them and they drew all the photos, it was a couple of days after the sighting actually happened. It wasn't the same day. So I think what happened was, because these kids talk a little bit differently than they did at the Ariel school. It just seems like they seem like very bright kids, but these kids seem to be coached. Or they overheard their parents talking about it or watched the TV and they were picking up things that adults were saying, like cigar-shaped craft, or you'll get arrested for trespassing. Like, how would they know the law? You know, I'm sure they know some things, but when it comes to this field and UFOs and aliens, meeting children, talking to them telepathically, we need to see a perfect story. We don't want it to be wishy-washy or because they're kids. Where were the teachers?
When she visited the field, she said the ground was scorched.
So this lady went out to the field, one of the teachers, here, and didn't take a picture of the scorched field?
Of these flames, she said.
Hold on.
Nearby Littlehaven, described seeing an object which looked like an upside-down saucer and two faceless humanoid creatures. She said so much heat came off of it that her face felt burnt. There was light coming from it and flames of all colour, and then the creatures came out of these flames, she said.
They came out of the flames.
When she visited the field, she said the ground was scorched.
No pictures. Why didn't she go back there? Grab a camera. 77, they had Kodacam over there, man. They had freaking cameras. Why wouldn't anybody do this?
Rosa Granville said the incident left her agitated and disturbed. Distressed by the encounter, Rosa Granville wrote a letter to her MP, who promptly asked the Ministry of Defence to investigate. As a result, Rosa Granville received a visit from an RAF officer who listened to her story and professed himself mystified by it all.
Pretty cool. Pretty amazing stuff. This guy wrote a book about it. He thought about it all the time, and he had to write a book. You can run from your past, but you cannot escape the watchers.
Spring claims people emulate what's happening around them. He has written and spoken about the incident numerous times and has claimed that his research showed that there were strange occurrences in Broadhaven long before the incident at the school.
Lots of strange activity over there. Makes you wonder if they were doing some sort of, what is that? A Montauk. I wonder if there's a Montauk over there. Well, I mean, if there's the Welsh Triangle, like the Bermuda Triangle and the Devil's Triangle, you would think there would be some sort of secret facility in that area monitoring all the strange activity. Kind of like what NIDS did at Skinwalker Ranch, right? Bigelow. Strange activity will, if there's a lot of it, a lot of missing people, a lot of missing time from people, abductions. I guess I said all the same thing. Missing time, missing people, abductions. Just say it. It's the same thing, all three of them. It's a great story. It's one that seems to get overlooked, and I don't know why. I don't think people believe these kids or something. I don't know.
Also thought that the school children might have confused a sewage tank as a UFO.
I gotta go back and hear what just happened. What did we just miss?
Over the years, there have been a number of theories put forward to explain the strange sightings. In addition to pranksters, it was also thought that the school children might have confused a sewage tank as a UFO. Although, many were from a farming background.
How do you misidentify a UFO from a sewage tank? That's desperado from the government right there. Total desperado. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. Nobody does. Nobody. There they are today. One, I don't know who that is, but we'll say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 8, possibly 9, mysterious boy with no picture, number 15. Half of them are dead. Or maybe they didn't want to do the show, but I like these people are my age. This guy cannot be my age. That's a 60-something, but the rest of these people are exactly my age. That's how I look. I look like that. Do I look that old? Oh no. Okay, he looks fairly decent. But this guy looks 60-ish. That guy's 60-ish-ish. This guy looks like he's 55-ish. Yeah. 58-ish. 50. Yeah, I guess. They're close. They're close. Yeah, I don't think I look that old. I'm not looking for compliments, but if that's the case, I need more sun. I need more sun. It's a great case, man. Let me see what you kids are thinking. What do you think? Do you think these kids made it up? And that's my mom's ringtone. I can't keep it playing because it'll ding the show while we're live. I don't know why. She knows I do a show at this time on Saturday. She did it last week. She knows. And I am not going to stop the show because she needs to learn. She texted me at 3 o'clock. And I was barely awake and I was going to call. But it was a nagging question. It was nagging. So I decided not to when I woke up a little bit. Then I had to get the show ready. Didn't have time to call, and I didn't text because I don't want her thinking I saw it yet. See? Because if she thinks I saw it, and now because I didn't get back, and I usually don't get back right away anyway, because then she asked me if I want to come over for dinner, 2 minutes before the show started. Do you want to come over for dinner tomorrow? 5 o'clock. She's just trying to get me to respond. Like, oh, there's the trick. Food. He always responds to food. Not this time. Not when there's a nagging precursor to the dinner. I don't want to be nagged right now. I don't want to be bothered with that. Oh, it's never, how's it going? It's never, are you doing okay? It's always nag, nag, nag. Can never just be a, anyway. I don't know. I think my parents are closer to death and I think they're worried. I don't know. I really don't know. It's like, I just talked to you the other day. I don't like talking to people every single day. Do I need to talk to them every day and feel like I'm going to be nagged? All right, I'm done. I vented. That was 1 minute. It's okay. I'm done. So, what do you guys think? Let's see. Yeah, moms are moms. Tony says, I look younger than all of them. Work with the guy that hired in and lasted a week. His father fell into his septic tank and drowned. What a shitty way to die. Yeah. That guy on the left did look the youngest, I have to admit. What do you guys think? Really happened? Did they make it up? Were they coached? I think it really happened. Hey, there's a nice one. Shane Reed says, really cool to have a show in the middle of the day on a Saturday. Thanks, Rich. Give us all a place to share together. It's a good thing. Thank you, Shane Reed, everybody. The government is allowed to see or know things. Only the government is allowed to see. Yes, Rebecca. Yes. Yes. We're not allowed because we wouldn't understand. You know, we're a little, you know, we can't control ourselves, but the government can. Yeah, because they got the nukes, they got the power, they got the weapons, they got the black ops, right? The Navy SEALs. They could just send in somebody in the CIA, take care of business. Gosh, all over the FBI. Let your mama be your mama, please, Rich. Event Horizon. How dare you get involved? No, I'm just kidding. I know, I brought it up. It's the only reason I'm talking about it because I talk about everything, pretty much. I just, if I let my mother be my mother, she would live here. Oh, wait, she does. Shh. Ma! Huh. I didn't hear. Oh, that's right, it's Saturday. She doesn't do meatballs on Saturday. Sunday. What is this? Do you think it's possible that in that grown-up picture that one of those people was that pesky photobomber kid? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh, good. You see what you did there? Let's take a look. Let's take a look, Moody. You may be right. I wasn't thinking that. Let's see if it's the photobomber. Who would fit the photobomb kid? Let's get that kid back in action. Let's see, where is he? Cracker Jack jeans and a two-titty top. I can't believe that your dad was a cop. You hit the streets and you were on the pole. You think you know it all, but you're too old. Cracker Jack jeans and a two-titty top. I can't find that picture now. There it is. All right. Here he is. Here he is. We'll call this kid Mickey. There's Mickey. All right. Oh my God, you're right. It's this guy. It's this guy with the long hair. It's him. It's him. I'm telling you. That looks like him. It does. Check it out. It does. It's Mickey Blue Eyes. Ready? See how the hair? It's on one side more? Watch. That's him. That's the same chin. Same chin. He's got more chins than a Chinese phone book. Gosh. Think about it. Think about it. Oh, wow. You got Reggiano Parmigiano? Yeah. I don't know, man. I got to tell you what sauce really is terrible. Ragu. It's awful. Prego? Prego's not, homemade either, but if I had to go fast sauce, it's Prego. Hey, like Joan Rivers said, Liz Taylor's blood type is Ragu. All right. I'm done with this story. It's a real thing. It's interesting, and that's that. I notice my head goes to the right. Well, you're left. When I see here, I think my head is straight. It's not straight. I have a crooked head. See, I feel like I'm pushing to the left right here. And that's straight? That's crooked? I don't know. It doesn't feel right. That looks, see, this feels straight, but it looks like my head is tilted. Maybe I'm off here. Can't crack it. Hate when it can't crack. All right, let's get back to work, shall we? Elon Musk. Did you hear he's not going to buy Twitter? I was wronged. Check it out. In 3, 2. Elon Musk. He can't, it says, I'm terminating my deal to buy Twitter, he said. I knew it. That's why things were so it's pretty bad. What else are we talking about? Let's pull this up. This tweet is very interesting. I want to say why. I see a lot of people talking about the Tic Tac. Like, what if China has the Tic Tac? Well, then they can just take Taiwan. What are they waiting for? Just use your fantastical weapon, the Tic Tac. If you have the technology, I think it's them. But if you got it, use it. And why would China taunt the U.S. with their Tic Tacs, with Fravor? Why would they do that and risk crashing it, risk losing it? What if for some reason it stopped working and it fell into the ocean or stopped wherever it was? This tweet here is pretty amazing because I have a feeling they're all actors. But look at this from Michael Huntington. Says, remember the time Commander Sex Fravor bragged about the occasions when he would stealthily pilot his American military jet down to the deck and would then hit his afterburners so that he could scare civilians into believing they were having a UFO encounter? What a joker he is. Always interested in UFOs, David Fravor. For years, he's a UFO lover. It's interesting. I find that very interesting. Sorry. What is this? Strange Recon open discussion. Could Commander Fravor have been covering his ass with the Tic Tac story because he disobeyed orders and caught a glimpse of a cruise missile test? Thoughts? That's interesting. Don't you find that a little bit interesting? It goes around to what I was saying. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening right now. People are doubting Sex Fravor. Let's see. Whoops. It says go to 2:18:30.
What is so difficult to believe that someone on a radar saw a disturbance, saw something, and said, guys, you're in the air. We need you to go to this location and just have a look. You are under orders to stay above 10,000 feet and do not fucking engage.
Hey!
So Fravor and Diedrich and their WSOs took a little merry trip to that location, and they saw a disturbance in the water from 10,000 feet. And Fravor, trying to show off and being the big, cocky, egotistical man that he is, said, no, I want to take a closer look. So as he's going down in his F-18 while Diedrich is still up over 10,000 feet, the sub fires a new experimental cruise missile with a brilliant guidance system that he simply is flying in its direction. And the guidance system kicks in, and immediately its system tells it, there's a dumb fucking idiot flying an F-18 flying right at me. I need to take evasive maneuvers. And it moves in a near 90-degree right-hand sharp turn. And then continues on its trajectory.
I don't know about that. Then that means Fravor and Dietrich are in on it, on the lie. Now, I thought there was, Kevin Day talked about him seeing that on radar. That's why Fravor was there. Because Kevin Day saw this shit on his radar, so Fravor went out to go check it out. That's the story. And when he got out there, David Fravor's story sounds, well, shit, magical at best, mystical. It was above a water doing, you know, like a ping pong ball in a glass. That's pretty fast movement. I don't care what kind of, I mean, that is, this is ridiculous. I've got to get this fixed. So let's say this. So they're out there, and this is why they had to turn it into the UAP story, the Tic Tac, which is why we've never seen any video evidence or even a still frame of anything they're claiming. And I think people are now getting frustrated and are questioning everything everybody's saying now. Not that it hasn't been done before, but now the other side that followed and believed and loved Fravor to death and believed him are now asking questions. A little too late, but I'll take it. I'll take it. At least some of these people are seeing the bullshittery that is coming out of the Navy. Fravor. The whole thing just doesn't seem right to me. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. But it just doesn't feel genuine. What do I have to go on? I'll tell you what. I'm going on what I don't have to go on. And that's evidence. You can say anything you want. But oh yeah, if you're David Fravor and you fly an F-18 or F-14, whatever it was at the time, F-16, F-U, whatever they were flying at the time makes them credible. So we're going to take their word for it. And I tell you, Alex Dietrich does not seem like she wants to be in this at all. From day one, she did not, to me, seem like she wanted to. Even though she says she wanted to. Even though she said, I wanted to come out, I had to wait, my NDA or whatever, I had to retire, whatever, before I talked about this. Well, it's nice to see other people calling on bullshittery out there. Good job, Strange Recon. Now, you're going to be surprised at what I'm about to show you and say about it. But I'm not so sure what I'm about to show you is something on the ground. And I'll tell you why. This. So I saw it on a UFO Jane. She says, most amazing thing I've ever seen. And pretty frightening. Blue lights hover over Anna, Texas. 9 times 99, 999 times out of 1,000. Oh, wait, I just saw something that I blew it up. Never mind. I was going to say because of these hard edges, this looks like it could be an object there, but then I see the beam down here now. I never blew it up. There's 2 beams, one there and one there. So why is it that all I had to do was just blow this up and debunk it? It's a light hitting clouds from the ground. Obviously, it's embedded. It's inside the foggy area. All you have to do is blow it up. I see the lights right here. You can see them. One goes that way and one goes right there. It's so obvious. I'm actually a little embarrassed for UFO Jane, but it's not the first time she's gotten shit wrong. It's like the 90th time. I'm just surprised that I was about to talk like, hey man, look at this, man. It's got hard edges. It could be a craft. Now I got to remove my message because I don't like it. Yeah, I'll try that again another day. Yeah, this is definitely from the ground. But at first, when I had it on my phone, it looked pretty cool. Looked like two globes here. Something coming out, emanating from the top of it or the edges. But why isn't it over here on this side, you know? It should be all around if it's all around, but it isn't. That's because the light's here, and it's pew, and it goes here. You can see it right there. Pew. That's all it is. Cracker Jack jeans and a 2-timed cloud. Oh, that cloud. Yeah, it could be, this could be thumbs. You know, somebody's holding a big screen. What if you turned this upside down? Hold on a second. I want to look at something. Hold on, let's do this. Oh, I can't do it now. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, wait, maybe I can. No, I can't. I have other things to show you. That's why. But if you turn it upside down, it might look like alien eyes. Right? Yeah, it does. Oh, my God, it does. It looks like an alien. If you turn this upside down, this whole picture. Here's the nose. There's 2 little slits right here. It's the aliens. And that's how big aliens would be. That's how big they would be. As big as that. As big as the Sears Tower or something. Everything is going according to plan. Everything is good. Isn't that him? Isn't that the... Everything is going as planned. Well, wow. Here's a name you haven't heard in a long time. Some of you may not even know who this person is. Ready? Deep Prasad. Deep Prasad. Didn't we get rid of this guy? This kid, came into the UFO field a few years ago and said he was a scientist and had a degree and was talking like he wanted to get into the field and show and prove his research and all this stuff. And I think he got into the UAPTX group, worked with them, but they found out all of his lies like a year later. I found out about those lies immediately. People were already doing research, which prompted me to do research on this guy. And it was awful how much this guy was lying about his degree and about getting grants for $1 million. And so what he did, he felt the heat. And then he came out one day and he says, I've had an abduction experience. And basically is stealing everybody else's story to make it his own. You could hear it in the story. It was nothing new you've ever heard. It was just cut and paste, plagiarism at its finest, from the worst. And he went out and told everybody he was abducted and gaining followers quickly because, oh my God, a scientist so young, so promising, the future, and he'd been abducted too? Oh, an experiencer, a scientist who's so young and promising and got a grant and is working with UAPTX. Well, the hammer fell on that guy, and everybody, when UAPTX fired him, they got rid of him. When they found out they couldn't verify his degree or anything else, I can't remember, a year and a half ago, every single thing, but it was bad. So he's back, talking. I know Red Rum Joe, who's Joe Merja, just had a conversation with him because he blocked everybody, Deep Prasad. He blocked all of us, including myself, because I did a 1-hour show debunking him. And, well, believe me, that was the beginning of the end of me and Dave Scott. That's what did it, really. That was the tilting factor why I'm no longer a friend of Sold Out Radio, because of what he did to me. As I said, so D. Prasad, here's a tweet. He quotes tweets to get support from his 40 consistent followers. All hail Davis. All hail Davis. I guess he's talking about somebody. And then he said, Joe, as I said, UAPX distanced themselves from you and cut bait. And then Bob McGuire, you know who that is, ended his relationship with you. Why is that? I believe your sharing of private DMs was one reason for Bob. Nice job. You unblocked me the other day, and yet you still spout bullshit. That's what Deep Prasad is. He is a problem. He is from the other camp, you know. And it's bad. And he's got the gullible people on his side. Why people still would follow him is beyond me. I don't understand people. I just don't. They think he's a nice guy, and when you prove he's not a nice guy, they don't care. He's nice to me, really. Well, all right, well, we warned you. It's the best we can do. And that's the best I can do on that today. Didn't want to really get into him that much. Shit, just deleted something I needed. Well, we all saw, I don't know if you did, the interview with Mick West and Eric Weinstein yesterday. That was pretty good. Yeah, it was really good, actually. I was going to play a little more of it because, you know, I got permission, so I just wanted to play a little more. And I am. I'm going to pull it up because there's some parts I didn't play yesterday that I wanted to play because I felt like I played about 7-8 minutes of it. I you know, it's not my stuff, but theories of everything. Kurt Jamungle said, go ahead, use whatever you want. Be nice, be negative, whatever. Just, you know, make sure I get a link back to my place. All right, you got it. That's the way it should be. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to, again, I'll put the link to this in the show description after the show. I didn't realize I was going to do this till just now. So that's why I don't put, some people say, why don't you put the links into everything before your show so we could click on it? Because I don't know if I'm going to play it. That's the way it's always been. But.
Yeah. Because it's in part tied to like ego.
Here we go. Rectifying the ridicule in ufology from both sides. I want to hear how we could rectify ridicule because I tried the nice guy routine.
To figure out what?
I did. You guys don't believe it, but I did. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I am a nice guy or I'm a jerk. They will attack and tell you to shut up. Even if I use a link that isn't GoofOn related. The other one I had was the paranormal code. And I used to go in there instead of GoofOn so people didn't, automatically feel like I was going to be negative. And I was being very nice, constructive, giving nice opinions and whatnot. Although I disagreed, they still attacked. Oh, why don't you go back to your coding, for the paranormal code? Like, what? You don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Code. It's like, you could be nice, you could be a jerk, you're going to get the same reaction. It's just when you're a jerk, it gives them more ammo to come back at you with, with purpose. It gives them the right. It really does.
What that thing is. If someone comes to me with a story of what they saw,
so you don't use the word.
I'm an investigator. I'm moving away from it.
You're moving away.
I said at the start.
Okay.
Yeah, that what's his name? The pilot, Ryan Graves. He told me he didn't want to talk to me because I had debunked. I've been trying to reframe debunking as a positive thing because it is about investigating things to see whether they are true or false. It's not about working towards a certain result.
Well, maybe think about it from the following. I understand that. one of the things that's very interesting to some of us who do commentary on social issues is that people who are employed by legacy media outfits react to anybody who makes a living as an individual, not attached to a legacy media outfit. They refer to these people as grifters in order to give the idea that you can trust Harper's and the Atlantic, but if somebody is telling you something on the internet, then it's probably nonsense. I think that what you have to understand is that bunk and bunko and the idea of fooling people, I appreciate that you're moving away from it, but maybe a repudiation of the energy around that is really necessary, because it's one thing to say, yeah, I'm trying to use that less. A lot of the fun that comes from skepticism is mixing in this dunking and dragging. And whether or not one is actually doing the dunking and dragging, just let me get to the end of this. Whether one is actually doing the dunking and dragging, or whether one is painting a bullseye on a target for someone else to execute, I think is really kind of the issue. And my go on.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not the snark and the debunking and the dragging. Like, and you're saying I'm painting a target on things by actually investigating it and figuring out what it is, and then other people can make fun of it. That's, is that on me that I investigate something and it turns out not to be true, and therefore other people perhaps mock whoever came up with the thing originally?
I don't think that. All one has to do is to say, look, I really don't want these people ridiculed.
Well, I can't add a disclaimer at the end of all my investigations and say, don't make fun of.
Hold on. What did he just say? Don't ridicule people, I think. Eric Weinstein. Now, let's remember something about Eric. He hasn't been in this field a long time. He even admits it. I'm not saying you have to ridicule anybody either, because I get accused of that. But I don't think I'm ridiculing anybody. Oh, if I call them stupid? Yeah, I guess you could say that. I don't think it's that. I guess it depends on who you are, where you grew up. Like if I say somebody's stupid, when I was on TESA, Beyond the Tinfoil Hat, about 2 weeks ago, I got in a discussion with Ryan and I said, they're just stupid. He's like, they're not stupid. You shouldn't say that. I'm like, but they're making a stupid comment. How? And I'm like, it's just something I say, man. It's a stupid comment. It's not right. So just say it's not right, he tells me. No, it's stupid. It's ruining. And then he shakes his head. I'm like, oh, come on, man. What are we going to do? Cry over the word stupid? Well, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't ridicule people. I get it. But it's also the frustration for me to use such a word in public on my show. You think I want to call people stupid? I'm upset. I'm passionate. Well, you should know better by now. You should know. You're an adult. You should know how to form your words. I do. And I don't care what you think. But the way people are nowadays, they will want to cancel you just for saying that. And it blows my mind. It does. It still does. I don't know if I can get used to it. I've curbed so much of what I said, but people are still acting the same, still hoaxing S4, still lying to people, Cambion, everybody. Making up shit. I may say that people are stupid, call them pigs and shit like that. That's out of anger. But I tell you what, when I do that, I know I'm right. I know I'm right about what we're talking about, not them being stupid, but it's stupid comment that, things, that's all it is. I'm not, grow up. Just get over it. I'll try my best to grow up, but I want to hear what Eric just said. I had to do all that. Why do I have to justify myself? Every word I speak, I'm done.
I'm not the snark and the debunking and the dragging. And you're saying I'm painting a target on things by actually investigating it and figuring out what it is, and then other people can make fun of it. That's is that on me that I investigate something and it turns out not to be true, and therefore other people
I don't.
Perhaps mock whoever came up with the thing originally.
I don't think that. Well, all one has to do is to say, look, I really don't want these people ridiculed.
What?
Well, I can't like add a disclaimer.
I really don't want these people ridiculed. That's what we have to say. I don't understand what Eric means. I think he's misspeaking. This is important. It really is, because this is how the field is being perceived from that other side we talk about. And this is where I run into problems being who I want to be, me, and say what I want to say and feel the way you feel about people lying, faking, hoaxing, cheating, charlatans.
Taking a target on things by actually investigating it and figuring out what it is, and then other people can make fun of it. That's, you know, is that on me that I investigate something and it turns out not to be true, and therefore other people perhaps mock whoever came up with the thing originally?
I don't think that. Well, all one has to do is to say, look, I really don't want these people ridiculed.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. So he wants us, anytime we're figuring out a video or explaining something away and proving it wrong, we have to put a disclaimer up and say, hey, don't ridicule this person because they're wrong. I mean, really, Eric? Really? That's what he wants us to do. And Mick West caught that, and he's like, so I got to put a disclaimer up? Listen.
Well, I can't like add a disclaimer at the end of all my investigations as a don't make fun of people.
And Eric says, yes, you can. Oh my God. Now I've got to worry about hurting people's feelings? Oh my God. Now I need a feelings enforcer. Anybody want to, can somebody please, a moderator, want to be a feelings enforcer? Anybody that's got some tears in here because they're hearing the truth for the first time? Hey, we could help you out. We've got therapy afterwards now in Discord.
People because
no. Look, there are bunco artists, right? There are people who are trying to deceive other people, let's say for profit.
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
I think that it is reasonable to return fire against such people at a proportionate level. Right.
Fair game, I think.
At a proportionate level? What does that mean? Listen, these are interesting comments because people follow this way of thinking, and I am now getting an inside view.
No. Look, there are bunco artists, right? There are people who are trying to deceive other people, let's say for profit. Okay.
Sure.
I think that it is reasonable to return fire against such people at a proportionate level.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? You could return fire on these people at a proportionate level. I know what proportionate means. But what do you mean when you say at a proportionate level? At an equal level? At a something that they're able to handle and not be emotionally distraught? Hey, they're hoaxing and lying and cheating. Who cares about their feelings? Oh my God. Oh my God, this is wrong. I'm not saying we need to call them stupid or anything like that. Maybe that's what he means by a proportionate level. Just let them know you're unhappy by saying everything you're saying is wrong. It's a lie. Now I would say everything you're saying is bullshit. It's a lie, and you should leave while you can. Kick rocks. I don't need that. We don't need it. So why even show them an iota amount of respect? You know why, Rich? Because it'll make you look better that you took the high road, that you were the adult, you were professionally proportionate to the level that was needed.
Right. Fair game, I think there.
Come on. This is, when you're talking about lying and cheating, This is an emotional ride that people go on in this field. And people like myself, like many of you here in chat, watching the show wherever you're at, have invested a lot of your own hard-earned time and money. And you faced your own ridicule for things you've posted, I'm sure. I have too. But my God, if we can't show our emotions and let people know we're so unhappy with you, we are risking our reputation to call you out. It's what Alex Jones did for many years, and people hated him for it. They got rid of him on YouTube because he was a little out there, but still, freedom of speech. The only way you could hurt somebody with words is you can't. It's not physical. He called me a name, and I'm not that name. What was the name? I can't say it. What was that? You can't just say it. If I repeat it, I don't think I could handle it. Huh? It must be bad. What was it? He called me a tard. Aren't you? I'm just kidding. All right, let's continue.
Well, to a point, right? I mean,
Unreal.
You know, I think you can also. What?
Let me go back. I talked so much, I forgot what we were talking about.
That it is reasonable to return fire against such people at a proportionate level. Right.
Fair game, I think there.
Well, to a point, right? I mean, you know, I think you can also. What?
If someone is a charlatan and they are basically selling nonsense for money, then yes, I think they deserve to be.
Somebody's a charlatan. The community has the right to drive their costs in a particular way up to a point, right?
No. They could charge whatever they want. People can pay whatever they want. People don't have to pay if they don't want to.
But
wait,
right. Fair game, I think there.
Well, to a point, right? I mean, you know, I think you can also. What?
If someone is a charlatan and they are basically selling nonsense for money, then yes, I think they deserve to be.
Somebody's a charlatan. The community has the right to drive their costs in a particular way up to a point, right? But, you know, what we're seeing here, in my estimation, is that there are a lot of people who confide in me and say that they are frightened, or they say, I really appreciate you entering into this space because I couldn't even talk to my own family.
All right. That is interesting. Okay. I understand. So if you're getting that reaction from your family, why would you even risk it going in the public with your story or account? Let me tell you something. Family will give you their honest answer. Family does that. Family doesn't hold back, at least not mine. So that's why I think people want to go to the public, because they know there's some people out there that understand. But I think when you go in the public, you give up your right to be offended, because you cannot, once you go public, you can't have an expectation of privacy or ridicule. I mean, that is why they do what they do here on YouTube, and people get in trouble for saying things. I get it. And Twitter, as you know, the waste paper basket incident got me suspended, banned. And that's not even really offensive. But when you're talking about having an experience with aliens, and you want to go out there and talk publicly about it, I don't understand how you don't expect everybody to believe you. Your own family's telling you you're nuts. Your own family's ridiculing you. They're telling you the truth. Listen to them. But people need to hear. People need validation for something that is so unbelievably unbelievable. They're having an experience they can't explain. They're looking for help. If they hear me ranting and raving, they're not coming to me. But guess what? They do, all the time. All the time I talk to people behind the scenes about their experiences. And you know what their main reason for coming to me is? They're going to get an answer, whether they like it or not. And by the time they get to me, they've already been to other people, and they're not happy with what they heard. It's really amazing. I am still amazed how many people come to me, even though I seem like I'm going to be a dick to them. It's so opposite. Right? Not really. Sometimes. I get in arguments with people, sure. It's only human. It's only natural. I just hope, we could always rectify it if it's salvageable at least. All right, let's continue here. Thanks to Kurt Jamungal from Theories of Everything allowing us to use this video for discussion. And I'm really appreciative of that. And the same goes to him, which I don't think he'll ever use our videos, to be honest. Totally different environment over there. But anyway, very nice guy, though. Very nice guy.
And there's just sort of no emotional affect that I see in you when I'm like, I believe that you and I both know this to be true. That could be false because I'm making the assumption that we both know this. But I have now heard from so many people that they're frightened by what they experienced or what they saw. That for you to say, well, like, who's frightened, who's experienced? Nothing bad happened to David Fravor. I don't need to know David Fravor to know that lots of good and lots of bad have happened. Pardon me?
I said that there must be some people who are not frightened by what they saw.
Well, there are people who are emboldened and excited.
There's people who are deeply affected by it, but there's people who are just simply will see it as a scientific observation and they'll be able to report it. We don't see very many people.
Almost nobody I know who's not independently wealthy can afford to say, oh, that was interesting. Would you want a surgeon operating on your child if the surgeon had lots of discussions with aliens?
Sure. I mean, yeah, I would. It's a perfectly normal thing for someone to see something in the sky and think it's this weird thing. This happens all the time.
If somebody told me that they were abducted by aliens and that they wanted to operate on my kid, I'll be honest, that would tutor my prior to say, I don't want to take that risk that this person...
There might be a line.
It looks like it could be his brother.
Yeah, but like simply seeing craft in the sky, that's a different thing entirely. I think that's a very understandable thing to happen to people, and there will be inevitably some people who have some kind of misperception or illusion that it doesn't deserve mockery. Certainly not. It's a perfectly understandable thing, and I tell people this when I talk to them that I can see how this
Maybe
might
we've
have
taken
happened.
this
Even that is a very sensitive thing. Even that they see that as being dismissive. So it's difficult, and like I say, I try to stay away from that type of thing.
To your point, I think it's completely reasonable to say we may have to dismiss some things that are very deeply personally held as beliefs, and people may get very injured. But the fact is, we can't afford to be taking this as some super serious threat, let's say, to our nuclear arsenal because Mrs. O'Connell thought she saw a cigar-shaped object hovering in her backyard for half a second.
Yeah, I think there's real serious issues in ufology. There are unidentified flying things that people have seen, and we should investigate what they are or the reasons why people are seeing.
All right. I've been watching Mick West as long as you have tonight. Tell me, is his blinking systematic, human, or is he AI? He's got a blinking that's like every 2.5 to 3 seconds where he blinks twice. And it's in perfect succession. Right here, I was just noticing it. It's very odd.
I tell people this when I talk to them that I can see how this
Maybe we've taken this
even that
Double
is a very
blink.
sensitive thing.
Double
Even
blink.
that
Double blink.
they see that as
Double
being dismissive. So it's difficult, and like I say, I try to stay away from that type of thing.
To your point, I
Watch,
think it's
it's coming up.
completely reasonable to say we may have to dismiss some things that are very deeply personally held as beliefs, and people may get very injured. But the fact is, we can't afford to be taking this as some super serious threat, let's say, to our nuclear arsenal because Mrs. Mrs. O'Connell thought she saw
UFO,
a cigar-shaped object hovering in her backyard for half a second.
Yeah, I
Here,
think
watch.
there's real serious issues in
two,
ufology.
one.
There are unidentified flying things that people have seen, and
See what I
we should
mean?
investigate what they are, all the reasons why people are seeing these things.
That is a strange blinking.
I agree. Like, let's get away from the stigma of it, and then we'll get closer to some resolution one way or another.
He's a little. Yeah, I think he's done talking. I think that's what it is. He's done. I can't even blink like that. Like every 2 seconds almost. Every second and a half, he had a blink. It's very interesting. I always look at micro expressions and things. What does Eric think should happen to precipitate disclosure? Wow. Let me see. I want to just play one more. Oh, and then what does Mick think? All right, let's see what they think, and then we just got about 3 minutes on this here. So, what does Eric think should happen to precipitate disclosure?
It's not like it's a group of
coming up
ne'er-do-well idiots. It's just a cross-section of society who happens to believe in a certain thing, and that should be respected.
All right.
To wrap this all up, what is the one ask that you would want either of the other person or of society? So, for example, if Avi Loeb, he says, okay, we need more evidence. There's something like extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Yeah, but extraordinary evidence requires extraordinary funding, is a phrase that he likes to state. So he wants more funding. That's extremely specific. Eric, what is it that you want? And Mick, what is it that you want with regard to this topic?
I want something very clear. I want our top quantum field theorists, general relativists, and differential geometers read in to what data we have. And I would like them to be the representatives that actually go through whatever data may exist as to whether anything is moving in ways that are inconsistent with our physics. I would like to figure out whether this is a physics issue or whether this is a defense, security, technology, public policy issue. If it's physics, I want this turned over to the people who actually understand where the cutting edge of theoretical physics is and what's possible under the twin theories of the standard model in quantum field theory and general relativity and gravity theory. I would like to know whether or not we are seeing anything that is indicative of science beyond the science we have. That said, I think there's a small probability that something like that would be true. The other basic ask is that we stop destroying people through our skepticism, through our fears of bunk, through our fears of a conversation run out of control. It's really important to me that we recognize that gaslit people are everywhere, and that we need to do as much as we can to restore that. And whether the end of, Blue Book or something ushered in an era where we poo-pooed all of this, even if it's nonsense or a cover story, that we start treating people who take this decision tree seriously and not force them to either say it's UFOs or a psyop, but recognize the possibility that we may be looking at a confluence of many different things, and to allow people the freedom to behave as scientists and invite anecdote, data, and disclosure, so that the government really has to realize it's not their effing information. It belongs to all of us. And it's time to put this thing to bed in one way or another, so that Mick actually gets some great data that he can go over and see whether it's just some bugs, seagulls, mylar balloons, and apertures, or whether there's something really here. And I feel much emboldened that Mick, if he saw something extraordinary, would be likely to say something.
I'll leave it for a second. Wow. There was a lot, John Rader Snake, of snowflake lingo in there. Well said. I don't know, man. If Eric, see, I'm so different from that way of thinking that I think we need to let people know how mad we are. I mean, you can do it without swearing, without name calling. But I'm telling you this, they don't care either way. They're going to still do what they want to do no matter what we say. So why say anything? To let everybody know. Why even talk about these people? To let people know. Well, if you let people know, you may be letting somebody in on their belief system. Well, then they weren't meant for my belief system or reality. If they want to go and listen and believe and follow Christopher Bledsoe and his son around on Twitter and around their home with about these imaginary beings that he's seeing all the time, yeah, go ahead. Bob McGuire said he spent 5 days over there and couldn't explain what was happening. And I'm like, did you get it on video? Yeah, not really. They don't come around when you have a camera. Yeah, they know. They know you're ready for them, Rich. It's why it's so hard to catch them. What would I know? I'm not about name calling or ripping people, but I am about being passionate and saying what's on my mind. And if somebody's stupid and if they're lying, Eric is like, hey, if they don't believe in you, there's no reason to ridicule them if they got it wrong. Right, I get it. Fine. If it was an accident, that's what we do. We treat them with respect. But Corbell is a different story. That guy doesn't get my respect and never will. And a lot of people in this community feel the same way. But not everybody's going to say what I say. Fine, I get it. Maybe you're more mature than me. Maybe I just don't care. I don't care what they think. That's why there's some people I try to help and some people I don't want around. And the funny thing is, I tried to help somebody and they turned on me. It's so weird. So you're left in this field. Eric doesn't do what I do. He doesn't know. He's only been in the field a little bit. He's still green. He still hasn't been heard enough. And I imagine he won't. He won't put himself in that position. He won't dive deep. I don't think he would. I don't know the guy that well. But from what I've seen here and what I've heard in the past, he's speaking that snowflake lingo. And what did I say? 1,000,000 times over. Everybody I have a disagreement with is on the opposite of right. It's weird. It's weird. I have nothing against people on the left. I really don't. But I get in arguments. And when people start making videos about me, and making up lies, and then you find out, oh shit, that's why. That's why. And Eric is that way. Eric is going to forgive the charlatan. Eric doesn't have anything invested in this field. He doesn't have 20,000 hours. He doesn't have 400 tapes. He doesn't have 50 books full of notes and sightings and things that are explainable. This guy just hasn't done it. When has he ever gone UFO hunting? When has he ever gone to a mansion looking for a ghost? Right. When has he done that? When has he been boots on the ground? So now I have to think, well, wait, this guy's really smart. He's got degrees and shit. I'm supposed to just believe him because no experience in the field? I mean, come on. That's why Travis Taylor is having a hard time. Here's a guy with 6-7 degrees, but his experience in the field, well, I don't know anymore, but he seems to be very gullible. I just saw him call a bird a UFO on Skinwalker Ranch, and then he called a satellite a disappearing orb going into a portal. That hasn't been proven. So what does Mick think should happen to precipitate disclosure? You know, Eric was really strong. He thinks disclosure, you got to be nice. Just be nice. Be nice to people, you'll get disclosure. That's what I took from that. You be nice, you'll get disclosure. Let's hear what Mick has to say. Bernie Miro with the $5 super chat. It's a super dono. No sticker, no comment, just pure love. And that's right, it's been a minute since we had a super chat. Thank you very much, Bernie. Keeping the fire burning. Oh, and also, I forgot, earlier today, who was it? Shell Shock with $8. Oh, and Nathan. Nathan bought 2 coffees, or 2 no's. Thanks, Nathan. Wow, thank you, Rochelle. Shell Shock, sorry. Shell Shock. Actually, it's $9. My bad, $8.73. Thank you very much. Cool. I appreciate that. Yeah, don't forget, I do this every day. That's my job. If you could help support the show, that's why I keep doing it, because you guys make it possible for me to go every day. And there's a lot of good stuff coming up. It is. I keep saying it, but I'm lazy. But it's coming. Hey, I'm whipping out videos. My computer is maxed. I've got 837 megabytes of memory left. So right after the show, I'm going to have to put everything in a external hard drive that I want to keep. It's amazing how many megabytes pictures, you know, when you get the, man, I can't do like, or gigs. I've got like 101 gigs of pictures in there. I have a terabyte of memory, and it maxes out at 936 because the computer needs the other 64 gigabytes. Anyway, thank you, Bernie. Appreciate that. Mucho gusto, generoso. You keep talking about the fakes making them famous. That's not me. You guys are having a conversation I'm not a part of. Let me see. Let's see. Hey, Justin. How you doing, man? He's been too busy getting his eyebrows plucked and waxed. Who? Who's getting there? Who? I can't think of who that is. Who's getting their eyebrows plucked? Who is it? Oh, it's definitely not me. I used to pluck my eyebrows when I was younger, but they still look like you'd get little stragglers that would come in through the top. I'm surprised when do your eyebrows go gray? I think mine are. I don't know. Brett S. That's a $10 super chat. The message says, Kel, you have to close everything and then open back up. The super chat comes back. I need the PayPal link. I need the PayPal. Link sucks. YouTube takes 37% actually. I had trouble with Cash App twice, taking 3 times. Wow. I don't know, man. PayPal's awesome. Sorry. But if you're having issues, I don't know. I get Cash App from people. So I don't know. Anyway, thank Brett S. Very good information. That's a $10 super chat. And mucho gusto generoso. You have been a tremendous supporter of Goof On. Thank you. Really. You guys know if I could, I would, but I can't because we're here and we're guys. I don't know what that means. I want to give the biggest hugs to people, but you know, I'm not a hugger with guys. I'm not a hugger. I'm just not. I don't even like hugging my you got to do the side hug with guys. Do the side hug. You go, "What's up, bro?" You know, you just let your shoulders touch. Booyah. That's it. What else are we doing? Oh, let's hear what Mick has to say.
balloons and aperture.
About what does Mick think should happen to precipitate disclosure? All right.
Or whether there's something really here. And I feel much emboldened that Mick, if he saw something extraordinary, would be likely to say something.
Yeah, what he said, plus what I want is to figure out what's going on. And I think the best way to do that is to refine the evidence.
It is in the description. All the links.
I think the best way to refine the evidence is one, like what Eric proposed, is to read in experts on various subject matters.
Not yet.
But also, that doesn't always work. There's been lots of examples historically where experts have studied UFO cases and they've come up with completely erroneous interpretations of those things. There's the famous Chilean case, which anybody can look up, where a huge panel of experts couldn't figure it out. But what happened was that they released the data, they released the video, and then people on the internet, myself included, figured out what it was.
Wait, what?
So what I would like, examples historically where experts have studied UFO cases and they've come up with completely erroneous interpretations of those things. There's the famous Chilean case, which anybody can look up, where a huge panel of experts couldn't figure it out. But what happened was that they released the data, they released the video, and then people on the internet, myself included, figured out what it was. So what I would like is for as much data as possible to be declassified. And I think that is something that is not an insurmountable thing. I don't think there's good reason for the classification of a large amount of this data. When something comes out like this green triangle video, which was classified, it's something that shouldn't have been released. There's nothing that's harmful to U.S. interests except perhaps a little embarrassment whether they couldn't identify stars. So I think we should push for clarification by having the data refined in whatever way the people who have that data can accept. If it's scientists, that's great. But if you can release videos to the general public, a lot of them are going to get solved. Some of them might turn out to be gems. Some of them might turn out to be things we can't figure out. But there's things that just basically aren't being done now, and part of that is because of the stigma. And so I would, I'm agreeing with Eric that is something that needs to be diminished or removed. We need to have people who have experiences or have sightings or even have video or photos be able to come forward without fear of recrimination. We also, just to temper that a little bit, we don't want to encourage a vast amount of low quality reporting, but if there's stuff there that is significant, we shouldn't immediately dismiss it out of hand, and we should try to figure out what's going on by refining and examining the existing data and any new data that comes over the next few years.
I didn't like that answer at all. Just a part of it, where he said we need to get things released, which classified documents he thinks can be easy to get. They're not. Don't you think we would have them already? John Greenwald has been doing this for 25 years, and he can only get what he can get. It's not easy to get something declassified. And if Mick is saying, what can we do to precipitate disclosure, or what needs to be done, is first they should release, if we're going to have disclosure, release all that stuff and say why we're releasing this, because we know they're coming and will be here in 6 months, or they're here, or we picked up a signal. I don't know how they would do it, but I think it would have to be done at the same time, globally, all at once. You make a world-stopping announcement to show the seriousness of what this conversation, what this is going to be about. And they could call it disclosure. Aliens, we've made contact. They could call it whatever they want. I think that's the way it would have to go. And then maybe for 6 months or a year, you keep an open source available for the world to ask questions. And with all the data and everything that's there, who is going to be the person that would be in control over what we get to see. If it's everything, they're going to need people, experts, that have actually studied the material, if there is any. And if there is, oh my God. I think that's the way you do it. You release that stuff, you get everybody acclimated, everybody to assimilate, everybody to be on the same page about the understanding of what we have discovered. And then slowly but surely, as time goes on, the answers will be given, people will learn, and believe me, this is going to be a subject, if this was to happen, that the learning, the people that will want to learn, everybody on the planet might be interested in this. I would say at least 80% of the world cares if aliens were about to make themselves known. You'd think it would be 100. But there's people out there that just don't give a shit or believe. Can you imagine what that would be like? They come out and they say, look, here's the files. We've got 100, 1,000 terabytes of information for you to go over. And we'll check back with you every month on the 1st of every month when you pay your mortgage and/or car payment on the 5th. You will learn that these beings are no different than we are. They almost look exactly like us. They're a little taller. I'm talking about the tall whites. Maybe that's who is nearby. And they've been watching us for a very long time. And Planet X is real. Ooh, Planet X. Let's bring that into this. I think something, didn't they find that there's something out there that has a huge gravity pull on like if there was a planet where they found this disturbance of gravity or whatever, this is the signature that they found. So they think they may have located where it may be or been. I don't know. I remember that about 3 years ago. They thought they were finding, because there was some sort of gravitational pull on something or another that they were found. I don't know. Maybe you guys know more about that than me. But anyway, if these alien beings are on their way and our government brings disclosure, that's how you do it. You get everybody on the internet talking about it. You have discussions on TV and radio, satellite, podcasts, and just get everybody up to date. That's the way I think you would have to do disclosure. You would. Now, if there aren't any beings on their way here, but we know of an alien or two craft that crashed and it was Roswell, it really was a spacecraft. We had one alien that lived for a little bit, gave us as much information as possible, and the rest is history. Here's what we got. I think that's the only way it could happen. Yeah, right. That would be interesting. Yeah, good one. Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. A black hole the size of a grapefruit. That makes sense too. Could be. I like that a lot. Brian says gravity always pulls me towards my girlfriend's Uranus. I know a girl like that. Yep. Couple. Good for you. It's a nice place. Yeah, if they clean up the act over there, keep the trash out, make sure you spray for pesticides, all that stuff. I don't think, Gigi, that he was really blinking a code. I know, I saw that earlier. People were talking. It's Morse code. It's Morse code for something. Oh, wrong show. Right. Oh my God. I thought I was doing the Wise Guy show, which, by the way, may or may not be live tomorrow. We may do a morning show tomorrow. We'll see. And I just want to let everybody know about the Wise Guy show real quick. I really don't know what I'm doing with the schedule. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I was thinking just do a Sunday show, but Sunday's here. God, you guys come out in huge numbers for Sunday. So I don't want to throw that away. Sunday's needing a show, and I'm doing it. But maybe in the morning. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Brian, or Brett. Sorry. Wow, okay. Brian S. or Brett S. Why I keep saying Brian. Brett S. $20 super PayPal. You weren't joking around. Thank you very much for that. And somebody earlier said something. What's this? Not this. Goof on, if you float along the Bermuda Triangle while doing a live stream in a rubber dinghy or a black inner tube, I'll cash app you $1,000. Let me ask you this. If I go out there in a boat, that's not good enough? It has to be like a rubber dinghy? Or a black truck inner tube? That won't happen. No way am I taking that risk in those waters. No way. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Nah, you can keep the 1,000. I'll go there in a boat, and if you want to, if I go in a boat, you can do 200. Do 200 for the boat. You guys are funny. You didn't know I was going to post that. A cute little black hole sitting just outside the solar system. Yep. No, I saw a comment that I need to respond to. Oh, yeah. Looks like someone strapped a merkin to the top of his head. A merkin. All right, I can't find it. It was a funny comment, I think. Wait, who thinks that? You think that's a toupee on Weinstein? That's not a toupee. No way. That's real hair. Oh, that guy's got real hair. Come on, let's not pick on people that way. We don't pick on people's body parts. Oh, I didn't show it. Yeah, that's a real hairdo. Yeah. That's not fake. Come on, let's be nice. For those who haven't been to the new show yet, please stop by. It's on 10 in the morning. And it's right here. I'll show it to you. I'm going to change it a little. I don't know. Maybe I won't change it. Change the cover, the banner of the show. Everything's going to change over there. But this is what it looks like now because it's the Wise Guy show. That's it. There's the last show we did. Whoa. Sometimes we got to do what we got to do. Hey, see, I abandoned this one body because it was getting a little old. I just left it. I didn't know what to do. I left it in the Poconos. You didn't hear that from me, though. I got agita this morning. I don't know what it is. I think it's this coffee. Where do they go with this? Star Dicks or something? I'm embarrassed. I can't watch this show. That's unwatchable. No, it'll change. That's unwatchable. That's my fault. No, that's my fault. Unwatchable. It'll be different. Absolutely. I was just playing around with the voice right there. I don't really talk like that the whole show. But that's unwatchable. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. Now, even I can tell it's unwatchable. I know. Sorry. I really am. Oh, what a tangled web we weaved when we practice what we deceive. What is Mick West talking about here? You see this? Richard Butt, who I believe to be Lou Eleganzo. Come on. Mick West on debunking. People tend to think that means that you are trying to get to a certain predetermined outcome, which is very much not what I'm doing, especially in the realm of UFOs. Then he says, and he's responding what the guy is saying here, there are noble reasons not to lie. The golden rule of morality, do unto others as would have them done unto you. But there are also practical reasons. If you never lie, you never have to remember your lies. And when under scrutiny, you can simply, effortlessly tell the truth. What? Is he talking about this one up here? If it's a new photo of a transmedium craft, oh, he's talking about this? Then I'll pre-debunk that one with, looks like a large balloon descending to the water, maybe sinking later as the waves rip the payload around. So anytime somebody says, I have a photo of a transmedium craft, what do you think I say? Bullshit. That's what he does. You're already soured by the word transmedium. I don't even want to see the word craft after that. Transmedium craft, show me evidence of a transmedium craft. Going through water, going through earth, going through space. I haven't seen it. No, you did. The Peru sighting where it went into the water and then it split. You remember that one? It didn't go in the water. You can't see it go into the water. It looks like it went behind some waves to me. But what do I know? I don't have good eyes. Unbelievable. No, really. You want me to pull that up? I'll pull it up. Watch. We're going to... What? All right, let's do this. I need to grab some water. So I'm going to play a video that I haven't played yet. Oh, Lisa, thank you for the picture, by the way, of at the festival. Just gorgeous. I mean, jaw-dropping gorgeous. Let's see. The Pentagon plans to intercept hypersonic now. Did you hear about this? Yep. The Pentagon is now planning to, they say they can intercept what China has, the hypersonic devastating nukes. Let's watch the video. I can't believe us. Out of desperation after China said, we have drones. Where are the drones? Where are the swarms you're talking about? And then soon after, hey, we could take those drones out with this imaginary hypersonic interceptor. Amazing. Good job, Pentagon.
The Pentagon has announced that Raytheon Technologies and Northrop
She's a little bit excited, huh?
Grumman have each won contracts to
No, I take it back. Don't be that way.
continue developing hypersonic weapons interceptors. Each contract so far is worth some $61 million. In November 2021, the Missile Defense Agency chose 2 companies, in addition to Lockheed Martin, to design the Glide Phase Interceptor for regional hypersonic missile defense. The interceptors are intended to counter a hypersonic weapon during its glide phase of flight. That's a challenge because hypersonic missiles can travel more than 5 times the speed of sound. And unlike intercontinental ballistic missiles, hypersonics can be maneuvered. That makes it hard to predict its route and kill it. The The interceptors will be designed to fit into the U.S. Navy's current ballistic missile defense destroyers. The Senate recently approved a new deputy commander of Army Futures Command. Major General Ross Kaufman is currently the head of U.S. Army Combat Vehicle Modernization. Kaufman received his 3rd star and will take over as deputy of a command that was formed less than 5 years ago. The next commander has not yet been nominated after its first chief, General.
All right, I'm not interested in hearing about that stuff. I don't know what it is about this girl. I mean, she's all right. But I don't know why I'm thinking other thoughts. God forbid you become a red-blooded American again in this country. Can't have that, guys. You guys, you're not allowed to be horny, not allowed to talk about it. You can't look at women any certain way. You just can't. You're not allowed to. Women are not chicks, they're not broads, they're not dolls. What is a woman? For another show. I love it. So now we are going to have the weapons that can take down those China drones that everybody's so scared of now. Right? Hey, doll face. I love it. A female human. No. Oh, that's well, what is a female? A non-male. What's a non-male? By the way, I want to say something. I think it was Mark who's, I don't, I watched that new Thor movie. The one with, when Jane, and it was awful, the new movie. What is it? Summer of Love? I don't remember, but I hated it. I didn't get it. It wasn't funny. It didn't make me feel like I wanted to care. It was silly. I don't know. Was that supposed to be that way? I think it was supposed to be made that way. But I didn't like it. I tried to. It was just poorly written. It wasn't good. It really was bad. Whatever movie that was, it was awful. But I don't think that the Pentagon has anything like that. Oh, check these out. I'm going to ask the women. I'm going to ask women right now. Can I have, and I know this isn't the right show, but let me ask you something. Can you please answer me this? What kind of underwear do you like men wearing? Boxers, briefs, or none? I need to know. I'll post that. I'll post it in the chat. I need to know. I need to know tonight. What kind of underwear for men do you prefer? Tidy whities? Boxers? Whoops. Or, oh, I forgot to hit commando. Damn it. All right, just pick one or the other then. Nobody wants anybody to go to commando. Let me know. You want to know why? Because I have all different kinds. And when I saw these, I thought these looked pretty. Your mother's got 19. Oh my God, they took it away. There was underwear that was right there. It was black. I have all different colors. I just like that underwear. That Puma underwear looked really nice. But it's like a tighty-whitey, but it's a sporty-torty. It's more sporty, you know? It's got more pliable. It can repel wetness. Sweat? I don't know, man. I aim to please. But I also wanted to feel good around, Anyway, let's get on. What time is it? Holy crap, it's already 7? No, it's time to go. That's a shame. Let me show you this picture before we get out of here then. I have more to talk about, but we'll talk about it tomorrow then. All right? I don't think I have underwear that ever is old enough to get stained. It only takes one time to stain them, but yeah, not me. This is a beautiful picture. This is supposedly a stunning shot from South America taken from the ISS. Look at the moon visible in the background. Are you kidding me? That's real? That's amazing. Look how much bigger the moon looks. Yeah, that looks about right. It's not flat, not a flat Earth. I thought the ISS wasn't high enough to get the curvature of the Earth. Am I wrong? I know, I forgot to put it up there, I said. I forgot to put it up there, Well, it's what I said when I first posted it. Capiche? There's no commando, just pick one or the other. I don't think women like guys that go commando. The wrong underwear. Guys have to, well, I have to. I have to wear them. You can't not wear underwear if you've got something. You know what I mean? I mean, it just feels weird. It feels fine at first, but if you have to run or walk briskly or be in closed quarters, it feels like, yeah, it's too raw. Gorillas only wear boxer briefs. Only for the women or us men won't know. Briefs? Yeah, I think briefs are good. Yeah, I don't like commando. I like it. Like now, I'm not wearing anything, but because I'm sitting here at home, I just have what do you call them? Just shorts, just very nice, beautiful black shorts. You can't see me under here. Tidy whities, all chicks love a dude in the whites. I think I identify as a. Are you advertising? Not really. I'm just curious. It just hit me while we're sitting here, and I'm like, I wonder what, because I saw the ad. And the ad made me want to talk about it. And the ad's not coming back up. Let me refresh and see if it does pop back up. Let's see. The underwear ad. Nah. It's good. Nice underwear. I'm a shopper. I like to shop. Women be shopping. Men be shopping. Tidy boxers. They do have those sporty now. But those hike up on my legs because, they hike up. I don't like the hiking. Because never mind. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter anymore. Let's get out of here. I'm done. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on anything new coming in because I didn't hear the bell. All right, we're good. We're all caught up on super chats and everything. Thank you. I want to thank you all for hanging out tonight. I have more show. We'll just continue it tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll be back at 7 o'clock on Sunday. Sunday fun day right here at Goof On. It'll be a good show. They're all great. Not really. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. I appreciate all the support and your time. Newcomers and veterans as well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'd like to see that happen. And if you could, share it. That's it. So have a great weekend. Don't forget, we are Truthology. Guys, we're Truthology for ufology here. You dig? All right. Just want to let you know. And then tomorrow, we'll be back at 7 o'clock. And then Monday, I may do 2 shows tomorrow. Just pay attention to it. I don't know. See what happens. Have a good night.